John 15, 1 through 8. I am the true grapevine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit, and He prunes the branches that do bear fruit, so they will produce even more. You have already been pruned and purified by the message I have given you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. For a branch cannot produce fruit if it is severed from the vine, and you cannot be fruitful unless you remain in me. Yes, I am the vine. You are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will produce much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me is thrown away like a useless branch and withers. Such branches are gathered into a pile to be burned. But if you remain in me and my words remain in you, you may ask for anything you want, and it will be granted. When you produce much fruit, you are my true disciples. This brings great glory to my Father. Have you ever wondered why Jesus used the illustration of a vineyard when He gave His final I am statement in John 15? The example gives us such a vivid picture of gardening and tending. But make no mistake, Jesus' choice of illustration was much richer and deeper than any visual we can picture. He spoke these words, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener, to His disciples who would soon have their teacher ripped from their presence. Every word mattered. The message He conveyed in John 15, the disciples would need to cling to in the days ahead. It was meant to encourage them. Even though He was about to be absent physically, He was never far. Let's look closer at the first two words, I am. In the book of John, Jesus made 7 I am statements. It's important for us to look at the Old Testament to understand what Jesus was saying to those hearing those words, I am. In Exodus 3:14, God says to Moses, I am who I say I am. Say this to the people of Israel. I am sent me to you. So those listening to Jesus heard Him repeat, I am 7 times. This should have been a moment of understanding for them, that Jesus was saying that He was God in the flesh. Jesus' word choice, I am the true vine, was something that His disciples would also have been able to make an immediate connection with. All throughout the Old Testament, Israel was referred to as the vine. Let's look at Isaiah 5, 1 through 7. Now I will sing for the one I love a song about his vineyard. My beloved had a vineyard on a rich and fertile hill. He plowed the land, cleared its stones, and planted it with the best vines. In the middle, he built a watchtower and carved a winepress in the nearby rocks. Then he waited for a harvest of sweet grapes. But the grapes that grew were bitter. Now, you people of Jerusalem and Judah, you judge between me and my vineyard. What more could I have done for my vineyard that I have not already done? When I expected sweet grapes, why did my vineyard give me bitter grapes? Now let me tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will tear down its hedges and let it be destroyed. I will break down its walls and let the animals trample it. I will make it a wild place where the vines are not pruned and the ground not hoed, a place overgrown with briars and thorns. I will command the clouds to drop no rain on it. The nation of Israel is the vineyard of the Lord of heaven's armies. The people of Judah are his pleasant garden. He expected a crop of justice, but instead he found oppression. He expected to find righteousness, but instead he heard cries of violence. Israel was the vine, but not the true vine. The true vine is what can bring sustaining life to the branches. Jesus is our sustaining life. And God, the Father, is the vine dresser. Take some time this week to read through the Old Testament occurrences of the I Am and the vine. Reflect on the importance of the true vine and the vine dresser in your life as we continue our study on the vine.